Hey folks, happy Mother's Day. We are finishing up Bravely Default 2 today. I'm going to show off all of the bonus bosses, and then we will go do the final boss. So, for lore, we're going to show this off. Just by doing some decent grinding, we have managed to pick up all, I think it's 100, no, 105 of the B&D cards. I'm not going to do anything fancy with jobs, just go in, do something overpowered, and beat stuff up. The first of the enemies that I'm going to show off is probably the one that takes the most prep, and that is the one here. This is a new grave that shows up after you get to a certain point in the story.
A dragon? Whoa. Here it comes!
Come, do your worst. You are about to witness my true power.
Okay, the reason this takes a lot of prep is this boss likes to do a lot of status effects.
Brace yourselves.
Let me at him! Huh. Here, try this.
My time has not yet come.
Time to play my trump cards. Fly! Aye, this should do it. I'm not done yet. Here we go! No holds barred!
Prepare to meet your maker.
Okay, so we Phoenix down him.
This should do it.
Oh, that's the
Perhaps
stuff.
this might
Good
help.
business.
This should do it. It is time to settle this.
It's time to get serious.
Let's see now. I am in your debt.
See what I can do?
There's nothing. Come and get it!
Okay, so Phoenix down, X potion, and one more Ultima sword.
This'll do it. Here, try this. You're not even worth my time. Want to see what I can really do? Ah! Aye! Yeah, this'll help. Thanks. Aye, this should do it. Here's a wee something. Just where that came from.
Alright, and that's him.
We did it. Just.
Alright, and then the setup that I use for that is this will resist most status effects. With the combination of the Smart Cravat, which you can either get from this character or from a store, it'll resist the rest of them except for Death and Doom, and you need a safety ring for those. After that, you just want to wear the strongest armor you can. Main character is still set up for stealing, but the job combination you want to use is make sure Freelancer is your main job, because that'll boost all your stats, and then the Hellblade for the added effects. But like I said, that's one of the bonus bosses that's in this game. The dragon's probably one of the harder ones, unless you use this strategy, in which case it's pretty free, but there's always the chance you might want to use your luck skill at the start of the fight, because it'll make sure that you survive with 1 hit point when he doesn't attack on you more often. And if you do it at night, it's even more often. But once you get to Chapter 6, we're currently on Chapter 7, just for clarification, you'll unlock challenge portals that allow you to effectively break the limit of level 12 on all your jobs. And most of them have some pretty useful abilities that you'll get by getting to level 15. The other reason to do the challenge portals is actually the weapon that I currently have equipped on the main character. And that is, all of the weapons from the challenge portals give you all of the passives of the job that you equip. So I'll explain what that is in just a sec, once we get to the world map. Freelancer doesn't have one, so that's the simple explanation. But any of the abilities here that are in green are passive abilities. And when you're setting up your characters, you only get 5 points, which is really not a lot. So if you have some of these weapons, if you notice, effect when equipped, phantom passives, thief passives, brave bearer, all of these are different passives for different classes. So if you want to have more than 5 points equipped, you find the passive abilities that are the most expensive, and you get those from your weapon instead of from having them equipped. And again, the setup that we have to fight everything is going to make farming them really easy, because you don't want to have rare equip on. You want the drop that you're getting to be the common drop, because the rare drop is a JP orb. And while that's not entirely useless, 99% of the time you're not going to want it as much as you're going to want the passive item. So you go through one of these portals. There's 2 in Rheimdall, so we'll do that one first. And you can see who the ones here are. So we've got the artist job from Chapter 2, the anarchist job from Chapter 5, and the berserker from Chapter 1. And I've beaten all of them, so I can see what their hit points are, but they're significantly stronger than when you fight them in the main game. But they all have things that are really helpful, so it's worthwhile to try and grab them. And I'll show you, because you can steal ribbons from Foley.
With you all the way.
Now we're talking.
Perfect. Ha! Here we are. Time to play my trump cards. Alrighty.
Alright, so now we hit them with the Ultima Sword, and because we've got the Brave Bearer ability on, it'll hit everybody. So there's 100,000, and there's 75, and that's enough to kill everybody except for Caster, who we can just do that and he's dead.
Aw, did you underestimate us?
And yeah, we got the giant JP orb, which is not the drop that you want if you're farming them, but at this point it doesn't matter. We have at least 1 or 2 of all of the weapons, so. But there'll either be 3 or 4 of the job bosses. I honestly have not seen any that only have 2. But this is one of the 2 endgame farms you can do if you really feel motivated. The other one is you can fight certain monsters and try and steal stat boosting items from them, but I really don't see the point. If you want to max out your stats, go for it. With the setup that I'm using, it isn't necessary, so there's really no need. But this is another portal, and we'll use a tent before we go in.
You are no match for us.
I was actually kind of really disappointed that for beating Adam in these, you don't actually get the sword that he's using, which is too bad. It would have actually been really neat.
You're not even worth my time.
But 100,000 plus 75 is enough for everybody.
That was a piece of cake.
Okay, and then Vengeance is the Phantom's Dagger. So we got another one of those. I think that's 3, but... yeah, and then we just walk around and take the cart to the next place, which will be... let's do Wiswald next. Okay, Wiswald just has the one of these. I did some off-screen grinding in this. I was trying to finish all the side quests so I could show off the bosses in this, but one of them bugged out on me, and I beat the boss, but I didn't get his data for my little thing, so... Okay, this one's a little annoying because the Dragoon will spend the time in the air until she attacks. So you just want to guard until she pops down, and then you can take them all out at once.
I'm here to help. Perfect.
Prepare to meet your maker.
So you just default.
Now you've made me mad.
And all of our characters are essentially the same, so...
Everything I've got. Hey, try this. Here I go.
And now Helios is going to auto-rive.
Play my trump cards. Sorry, I'm not holding back.
But what of my mission?
I'll drink to that.
And we got the Sunshine Staff, which is the the Spirit Master job. I really like the Spirit Master job. It's got a lot of really cool buffs in it, but unfortunately the way that the game is kind of designed is once you find something that's really overpowered, it's kind of silly to use something less efficient, or at least that's the way I've been playing it. Because there's any number of strategies for how to do this. If you just want to win the fight, you can combo the jobs together however you want for that. Personally, I just think it's more efficient to hit everything as hard as possible and move on with your day. So that's pretty much... The first I was using an ability that the thieves have called Godspeed Strike, which I was getting about 10 to 25,000 or so damage from, but once you unlock the ability to do 100,000, it's kind of why bother with that anymore. And if you're having fun, who cares? Play the game however makes you happy. Alright, so this is challenge portal number 4 out of 7. So we'll do the last 3 after this one, and then be on our way to the final boss and area, presumably. Alright, this is still one of the 3s. I'm trying to remember where the 4s are, because I think there's at least one.
This'll be a piece of cake. This place is off limits. Come and get it. Try this for size. That's what I want. Here, try this. Prepare for impact. I'm sorry, Mona. Here we go. No!
This can't be happening. Not against you.
Okay, so we got the foraging shovel, which is the Salve Master passives. And only one of these is really all that annoying, and I will explain that one when we get there. But of the challenge portals, this is the one that, depending on your play, obviously, you'll probably wind up grinding the most. And that is the one that has the thief in it. Because the ability to have all of the thief passives in one weapon is probably the most useful, because it lets you steal. I went the wrong way. I'm sorry. But I think these last two portals are both 4 enemy portals. If you look, this one has Gambler, Bard, Beastmaster, and Thief.
I almost feel sorry for you.
Let's play, shall we?
Come and get it.
Yeah, they're all under 100,000 health, so this should kill them all in one hit. Oh, okay. I don't know which of the characters there is a drama queen, but you can actually hear their dying yell after the fight's ended and while we're leaving. Also, after you get to a certain chapter, the bridge here gets fixed, so you can just walk right into Holograd. Which is handy, because that's where the last challenge portal is. Oh no, wait, I forgot one. I almost completely forgot one. Alright, so here we've got White Mage, Red Mage, Vanguard, and Sniper, I think? Or Hunter, something like that. And we'll need at least 2, because Dag is over 100,000.
Not yet. You are about to witness my true power. I bet you didn't think I could do this.
You got me.
Did you see that?
You really got me.
Oh, that's a nice amount of drops for that. Means we only had one enemy who didn't give us anything. Alright, so the last one of these is arguably the most annoying between both the dragon we killed first and the rest of these fights. And that's mainly because one of the enemies can't die unless he's the last one standing, and another one will reflect every attack we do back at us. So annoyingly, we have to do it first. Because it's the one that unlocks an ability. We need to have all abilities hit all enemies. But with a little bit of luck, you can get through it without too much trouble. And it actually doesn't unlock until you've beaten all of the other ones. Okay, so the story from last time, since this is just going to be more dumb fighting, is that the Knight's Nexus is actually the book that Elvis has been carrying around this whole time. And the only person who knows how to defeat it once and for all is the Fairy Queen, and we just recently found out who she was.
Come and get it. Here goes everything.
So yeah, dude in the corner there is going to reflect everything, so we pretty much just have 2 characters die, and then we win.
Did you see that? I'm amazing.
Oh, we got a Brave Breaker sword again. Alright, so that is all of the bonus bosses for this. We'll head back to Holograd because that's the closest town, and then we will head on to the end of the game, hopefully. So, the Fairy Queen actually winds up being the lady who let us rent her boat. She actually was the first side quest we got to do in the game. So, we'll go to Holograd, and she should be able to take us to the last area.
I've been waiting here so long now, staring out to sea. Just waiting and waiting for someone to come and visit me.
You're... I mean, are you...
Don't even try to work it out. Any memory of my ever existing was gobbled up a long, long time ago. Still, I'm glad my wait wasn't wasted. In fact, I'd say it was 50 years very well spent. Here you are, at last. The heroes of light, the crystals chosen. Praise be, I too was once chosen, half a century ago, when the world knew me as Eileen, Queen of Fairies.
Wait, you're her?
I am indeed. Godric, Emma, Sloane, and myself, we too once faced the Nexus. Alas, we were unable to destroy it. No sooner had we defeated it than it rose once more. And though we did all we could, the mystery of how it might be permanently eliminated eluded us. So it fell to the Scion of Musa to do his duty. Godric sacrificed himself, and the evil was imprisoned.
But we know how to defeat it now. The book showed us where it's hidden its soul away.
Lady Emma clearly taught you well.
It showed us a place somewhere across the sea.
Across the sea, you say? The outer oceans, I would wager.
The outer oceans? Are they different somehow?
Very different, my dear. It is the name we give to the dimensions beyond our own. As the crystal's power has weakened, worlds once separated by vast oceans have become connected. Worlds utterly unlike our own.
Worlds utterly unlike our own. Like where we go when we die?
Only one who hails from the other side may cross the outer oceans. And so, you will prove useful to your friends in more ways than one. Now, prepare yourself, and when you are ready, climb aboard the boat. I will send you on your way. Very well. It is time. Fire, water, wind, and earth, by your power may the heroes of light go forth.
No, the old lady's gone.
I always knew and accepted my fate. I knew it was my duty as a princess of Musa. But you chose this of your own free will. To fight. To make a stand against calamity and misfortune.
You chose it too. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't. It's nothing to do with fate or the crystal's blessing. We all chose this.
Exactly. Free will is what brought us here.
Aye. We might have all had our various reasons. But why sweat the details, right? What's important is that we all chose to be with one another. I chose to ask Adele along my travels, and she chose to stick with me. I took one look at her, and I could see that she was tough and reliable, and just who I needed along for the ride.
Yeah. I guess I saw something similar. I saw someone I could trust. Even if he did turn out to be even more of a bonehead than I suspected.
Hey! I thought we weren't getting into the details. You'd think I'd said that enough times by now.
Alright. The Knight's Nexus is somewhere on this island. We need to find it, and we need to end this. Let's move out.
Leaving the world behind. The final battle will soon be upon us. Aye, and fancy having to leave our world in order to fight it, eh? Yeah, I never imagined it would come to this, but we have to see this through now. We've come so far. You bet we do. No turning back now. Certainly not. Onward to the depths of a world beyond our own where the Knight's Nexus awaits. Yep, we're nearly there now. Alright, no slacking, you lot. Let's see this through to the end. Don't worry, Elvis. Nothing's gonna stop us now. The time has come to finish things, once and for all. And remember, we're not just doing this for us. We're doing it for the heroes of light who came before us. And all those who have suffered at the hands of the Knight's Nexus. All those whose lives have been destroyed. All humans and all fairy kind too shall live in peace once more. This is it, guys. Let's do it.
What the? What's that? This'll be a piece of cake.
Brace yourself!
Did you see that? I'm amazing.
Ooh, Mega Elixir. Okay, so what happened there is Gloria and Adele have the Brave Bearer sword equipped, and one of the abilities on Brave Bearer is that if an enemy encounter is 20 levels below me, it just explodes.
This'll be a piece of cake. Looks like we did it. I can't see a thing. What's that?
You are no match for us. Too easy.
This'll be a walk in the park.
Let me at 'em. You're not even worth my time.
Prepare to meet your maker. I bet you didn't think I could do this.
Want to see what I can really do? All eyes on helmet! Whoa! Another one bites the dust. Did you see that? I'm amazing.
You try this for size. Huh. Hardly worth the bother. Brace yourself.
That was a piece of cake.
Oh, nice. Gold hairpin is a helmet that reduces MP cost by 25%.
That's a lot of monsters. What's that?
The Heroes of Light. I was pretty nervous at first. They wouldn't stop telling me humans were stupid barbaric creatures. But they were wrong, I know that now. Humans aren't stupid, and they aren't barbaric. They definitely don't deserve to be destroyed, which is why I've solved the riddle of that wee book at last. Does that mean my journey's come to an end? Of course it doesn't. The others want to see this through, but crikey, so do I. They need my help, and that's the only reason I need to help them, which is why... Father, Sir Sloane, you will not have to wait much longer. My duty as a scion of Musa will soon be fulfilled. I must put an end to this, and I must ensure that no such tragedy blights the world again, which is why... Only one who hails from the other side may cross the outer oceans, and so you'll prove useful to your friends in more ways than one. That's what the Queen of the Fairies said. The whole reason I washed on that beach is so I could be here today, and now I've made it this far, there's no turning back, which is why we have to destroy the Knight's Nexus. Alright. Full health. Guess our big final battle's waiting down there. Let's do this.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
It wants it all for itself, huh?
Aye. And not for a good reason. It just wants to destroy the lot of them.
Hear me, Nexus. It is your greed.
All right?
Try this for size.
Come and get it, huh?
Okay.
see what I can really do. All eyes on Elvis!
All shall be annihilated. I am free at last of the... All shall be devoured. Destruction.
I don't understand.
The whole world is counting on us.
Adele, you left, and you were brave enough to show us that you were a fairy. You're the only one of your kind willing.
I'm Adele.
Nothing to worry about.
Let me at him!
Gloria, you're the last. You set out on a quest to take. You're proud, and I'll never forget you.
Yes. We will survive this. All of us.
Okay, guys, let's finish this. Want to see what I can do? Hey, try this. Time to end this.
Come and get it!
Elvis! Don't tell me. You're the best scholar I know. Because you taught me.
Be gone. Disappear.
I'm... No... I remember.
Okay, I don't know what's happening, but it's funny.
You won't get rid of me that easily. I'm not going anywhere.
You'll not be obliterating this one's memory anytime soon.
He's our friend, our partner.
We'll never forget him.
Hope you're looking out for me up there, Lady Emma. You better be ready for this! Let's see if you Nexus! We finally did for it!
It's really over, isn't it?
There's just the one page left. Let's see now.
Maybe it's our memories.
Thank you. All of you.
What's happening?
I think this island might have been relying on the Nexus to keep it whole.
Then we need to get out of here.
It's no good. There's no time.
No! We can't give up now! We mustn't!
What's happening?
Look, everyone!
You have done well, heroes of light. The Knight's Nexus is no more.
Now we return to our true purpose. That of balancing the four great powers.
The land shall be fertile once more, the seas calm and gentle. Peace shall return.
But should your kind succumb once more to temptation, give in to anger, calamity shall soon befall you.
Yeah, humans are jerks.
But not now. Not here. Thanks to your efforts, this chapter is at an end.
The Knight's Nexus has fallen, and the wall between humanity and fairy kind too shall fall.
This being so, accept this, our final blessing.
You shall be returned to the world from whence you came. Home at last, huh?
Aye, seems like it. All's well that ends well, eh?
But is it really, truly over?
Yeah, I think it is this time.
Alright. Time to go home. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, spies from a different world. That's what the whole exploration mechanic, I think, was telling us. Nope, sorry about that.
How could... But why?
Okay, so now we're getting real proper credits. I'm gonna do a little bit of musing for a moment here, so bear with me. There is a lot of this game that I like and a lot of it that I think is really stupid. Previous to this, we had 2 fake out endings that you have to sit through before you can get the real ending. And that's not entirely something I'm not used to, because I played the Castlevania games as my big example of they'll have bad endings in addition to the good one, but if you get the good ending, you don't have to sit through the bad ones. And I think that that is something that this game does that's kind of annoying. Another problem that I have with it is a lot of the way that the job setup goes. Hey, you just got this new cool job, but you better not use it against the next boss because all of his abilities get special counterattacks if you use that job. So that's kind of frustrating too, but I really like the art style. I think the game's really fun to play. And since beating this, you unlock New Game Plus, there's a chance I might play it again at some point and have fun messing around with the jobs instead of limiting myself to the order that you get them in the game. Because, like I said, the Spirit Master job is a lot of fun to play with, and having the passive weapons, presumably, for New Game Plus would be a lot of fun too. So, we're going to let the credits play, I'm going to unlock New Game Plus, and then the stream's going to end for probably about a minute to a minute and a half, because I have to shut it down so I can change the information, because now that we're done with this, we still got 4 hours left on Sunday, so let's play some Hollow Knight, because that is the next viewer-requested game that I have. So, thank you for joining me for Bravely Default 2. Definitely a polarizing game. Lots of stuff in it that I think is both good and bad, but I think that at least it's interesting, which I'd rather have than just a boring game that I'm stuck in. And honestly, the grinding in it isn't even that bad once you figure out how to do it. So, I'll separate the videos out so that this one can get copyright claimed 14 times on YouTube as well. But, yeah, we'll finish this up, I'll end stream, and then we will start some Hollow Knight, which is a completely blind game for me. Oh, that's nice. That's only about 3 minutes of credits. I recently played through one of the re-releases of Assassin's Creed Rogue on Switch, and it was over half an hour.
You chose the harder path, though eternal peace awaited you. That path is not yet at an end. I am wind, by whose blessing you did take your place among the heroes of light. And the wind knows no end, no place of rest. This being so, your journey must continue.
Oh, okay, good. He is still around for this.
Welcome home.
Alright, so we'll save our completed data here. Alright, and like I said, this is just going to take a quick minute while I end stream to swap stuff over, so I will be right back.